Just imagine, you wake up as usual on a wonderful winter morning. Go about your normal household chores. When suddenly you notice that a wild antediluvian TV is following you, specifically to attack and kill you at an unexpected moment. You fumble in your pockets, but you can't find anything that can save you, and you die. But everything could have been different. In order to protect myself from wild TVs, I will make a special weapon called slingshot. I'll also show you how to do it, so that you and your loved ones can remain safe. First, we need to print out the weapon drawing. I decided to use the sketch for the AVP sniper rifle from Counter-Strike to increase its power, because it always kills on the first shot. But only if you don't shoot in the legs. But as you know, TVs don't have any legs. So according to these calculations, they fucked. To make a rifle body, I took this thick piece of wood. To glue the printout to the board, I used some of my gum, but I think regular glue will work as well. Now I trim off the excess paper, and if you ask why I didn't do this in advance, before gluing, I will confidently answer, yeah. But now it's time to cut off the slingshot body. As you can see, the body of the rifle is now as square as Minecraft and looks extremely unsexy, so I'll sand it down to make its shape more beautiful. By the way, I'm really glad I'm doing this slingshot, because all the sanding and woodworking makes my apartment feel like a sandy beach. And who doesn't love a good time on vacation? I also use a chisel to remove unnecessary pieces that could not be cut off. I also want to point out that this is not a fast motion, I'm just very dexterous with my right hand. Now the body reminds me of Minecraft less, so we can move on to the next stage. Make holes. The handle is still square, and holding it is extremely inconvenient, so we also sand it. Yeah, that's much better. Now we'll make another hole for the trigger. As you can see, I don't have the right tools to make holes professionally, so I invented my own method. First we drill, then we chisel. 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 Yeah. I'm a little afraid of sticking anything into these holes, so also sand. By the way, I feel pretty useless describing all the actions that happen in the frame, because you can already see them, but without the voice this part of the video looks empty, so I had to record something over it. I love hairless pussies. Now that our holes look and feel much better, we need to make a recess for the barrel of the weapon. Mark the recess with a pencil, and we chisel once again. If you want to ask me why my chisel is so small, I will answer you with a phrase my girlfriend often told me. Size doesn't matter. As a barrel, I took an aluminum pipe, but we will make it shorter. Now I'm making holes for the trigger mechanism. An important detail: the hole must be cut off extremely crooked, otherwise nothing will work. Yeah, nice and crooked. Now I make one more hole in the body and the barrel for the trigger. Working with angle grinder can be quite dangerous, so if you have children, it's better to force them to do it. As planned before, the hole turned out to be extremely crooked, but unfortunately, because of this, the nail gets stuck in it, so we need to sand it. Yeah, nice and smooth. As bullets, I will use my steel balls, but since I only have 2 of them, I need to be very careful not to lose them. One more important detail: if we try to shoot now, they will fly crookedly, so we need to attach rails which will guide the ball straight. To be honest, I was pretty tired after doing all this work by myself, so I called my friend and politely asked him to help me make these rails. After the rails were completely voluntarily made, we glued them to the barrel. And now they will direct my balls straight to the target. Let's start creating the trigger. And no, this is not Leonardo da Vinci or Salvador Dali. This is just my drawing. I forgot to film the trigger after I cut it out, because I was distracted by these fashionable red shorts which I found recently, and all I could think about was how beautiful I look wearing them, so I'm sorry. So, let's immediately start making holes in this metal shit. Then I hammer a nail into the hole. By the way, today was a special day, because for the first time in my life I used the back of the hammer. Before, I didn't understand why the hell it even existed. Now, we attach the trigger to the body. Now the trigger works and it will hold our elastic bands in tension. We fix the barrel to the body in the most reliable way. Fill everything with a shitload of superglue and then pray that it doesn't fall off. Now we make elastic bands from tourniquet, self-tapping screws, rope and superglue. Then I made a hole in the barrel, put a bolt in there, tightened it, and did the same on the other side. And now I can secure my rubber bands. I put a nail in the other end of the rubber bands and checked how it works. And it works, which is good, because there is only one thing left to do: make a hole for the bullets. And after that, our slingshot is ready for its first shot. And
Оно слабо стреляет. Блять, а почему?
It sucks ass. Despite the fact that it works quite correctly, and bullets don't even fly at us, it's very weak in power, and resembles a Chihuahua dog which is very loud, but absolutely useless in battle. So we decided to modernize the design, because now it definitely can't handle the TV. Since loading a rifle with a nail is not always convenient, I cut off the outer parts of the nail, sanded them and put rubber bands on its ends to make loading easier. Then I decided to shoot this can of cola. Not for scientific purposes, I just wanted to shoot. And, at first glance, it seems that the damage is really good, but now we will try to shoot at the plywood again. And there was only a small dent left. So I decided to save my steel balls and made a bullet from this extremely dangerous piece of steel, which in theory should penetrate not only plywood, but also the TV. I cut off a small piece with the grinder, and by the way, notice how beautifully the sparks fly into my camera. And after that, our bullet is almost ready. All that remains is to polish this non-sexy end which I cut off crookedly. At first, I tried to do this with the file, but then I remembered how brilliant I am, and decided to put the bullet in a screwdriver, but I forgot which way it should turn. 3 times. After I tried this method, I can say with confidence that it sucked balls. So I went back to the file, and after spending 15 minutes on screwdriver and 5 on sanding it by hand, our bullet is ready. Now we try to shoot again.
Блять. Че, есть ну вообще урон какой-нибудь?
And it worked.
Ну это уже лучше.
The bullet penetrates the plywood.
Блять. Ну и звуки пиздец. Так. Нихуя себе. Ты убил себя. Чувак. Ну как-то вообще все равно как-то такое, да?
In almost all cases.
Оно, наверное, знаешь что? Оно, короче, не этой.
So we decided to try to kill the TV.
Блять. Пизда какая-то.
Что за говно?
Я вообще не понял.
And as you can see, our slingshot works very good, and even able to punch that big hole. So, I'll give it 10 dead TVs out of 10. If you like this video, tell your mom I love her.